Hey, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. Thanks for joining us today. Um, Today, we're just going to be kind of covering the basics of the software, how to load a job, how to use the takeoff tools, how to use the templates. We do have an advanced webinar on Thursday to show you how to set up those templates and how to create formulas. Todd and Derek host that one. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. That will be at 12 o'clock Eastern for that one. Excuse me, but we'll go ahead and get started here. So I want to take you, this is our website. So, and you can kind of see on here, we have features, testimonials, pricing. This is our community. This community is really cool. We'll dive into that a bit later. You can sign up for a free 14-day trial right here. You can request a demo and a rep will reach out to you and give you a demonstration. So if you don't want to do the trial, you just want to see what it looks like, you can go ahead and click on that link there. But you can see here, I like to start off on this page. On the website, this is our multi-user collaboration, okay? Where you can invite people into your workspace and you can have multiple estimators in there doing takeoff at the same time. So you can see in here, you got three guys doing takeoff at the same time. They can all see what the other is doing. And this guy on the phone, he's watching this for free. He doesn't pay anything for that at all. He can be out a guy in the field. He can be someone on your leadership team who wants to kind of check out what's going on in there. But yeah, that's a free viewer right there on the phone. And you can invite as many free viewers as you like. But we will go ahead and get started here. So the first thing you want to do, we got a number here. You can always call out and reach out to us. But we're going to go ahead and log in. If you haven't signed up for a trial, just click on sign up or try it for free for 14 days. I already have an account, so I'm just going to click log in. And here you can put in your email and a password and log in, or you can do a single sign-on with Google or Microsoft. I have Google, so I'm going to do that one. I just select my account, and that easy, you're signed in. All right, and that goes for anyone in your workspace. Same thing. And I want to dive into that first. I'm going to start off just showing you the workspace and how you can invite people in there. So up in the upper right corner here, you'll see share. Okay. When I click on that, here I can invite people to just a single project. So say it's a client or a sub, and they're not really a part of your team, but you do want to invite them to this project, you can do that. Now, if you want to invite people on your team, you want to invite them to your workspace, you can do that right here. Okay, it's real simple. You just click invite user, give them a role. Okay, so takeoff if they're going to be doing takeoff. Collaborator, we have a collaborator version for 20 bucks a month where you can load the plans in. You can set the scale on the drawings. You can use our batch rename tool. You can do everything but use the takeoff tools. So everything but measure with the collaborator at 20 bucks a month. The viewers are free and unlimited. You can have as many viewers as you want. You can have 1,000 viewers. Doesn't matter. There's no limit on that. But when you invite them in, you want to assign them a role. It'll default to takeoff. And then here I can put in their email, right? So let's say I'm inviting Todd in, right? He's already in there, but just to show you, I put in his email. I would hit invite users. And what that will do, it's going to send Todd an email that will say you've been invited to zzTakeoff, in this case, Darin's workspace. And there's a little blue icon when Todd opens the email that says accept invitation. He'll click on that, and that's going to put him right in your workspace here. Okay. It'll show he's invited down here. If once you've invited him, it'll show him go up here in your workspace once he's in here. And this is really cool. If you're the owner, so if you're the one who signed up for the account or you're the administrator, either one of these guys have rights to go in and they can change their roles. So let's say James is going to be in the field today. I can change him from takeoff to viewer. Derek, we're just going to have him load prints in for us today. He's not going to be doing any measuring. We're going to make him a collaborator. Dom, we're going to put him on takeoff. Sam's going to come in and do takeoff, collaborator, viewer. So you can kind of adjust their roles here. Okay. And then once they're in there, they can view your projects. They can see what you're doing in real time, like we saw on the website. So they can see my cursor moving around here in real time. All right. But we'll go ahead and get started here. So first thing I want to show you is how to load a job. When you first come into zzTakeoff, it's going to look like this. These are my recent projects. Okay. But up here, you can see my workspace. All right. So whatever name you gave your workspace will pop up here. And I can click anywhere on this bar. Okay. And I'm going to select new project. All right. And this is how I bring a job in. Here, I'm going to give it a name. So let's just call this farmhouse 2.0. I think I already have a farmhouse in there. So we give it a project name. Everything else here is optional. From there, all I have to do is give it a name and hit create project. But I can go here. It's going to default to Imperial. I can also set it to metric. I can put notes in here. So I can choose an estimator from my workspace who's been invited to my workspace. I can choose them here. Okay, so if I want to assign it to someone, I can put the status on here, whether it's in progress, on hold, or completed. I can put an address in here. Okay, and when I put the address in there, it's going to populate it and pinpoint that address on the map for you. All right. But all you have to do is give it a name. Everything else is optional. We'll go ahead and hit create project. Here, I'm going to choose my file. All right. When I do that, my downloads are going to pop up here. We'll call this American Farmhouse is what we're looking for. All right. I'll grab this one. So just that easy. I've selected it. I hit next. Now it's going to pop up in a thumbnail view. Okay. And this is pretty cool. Everything in blue is highlighted. Okay. So it's going to bring in everything in blue. I can uncheck plans maybe I don't want to bring in. I can hit none and select maybe a couple that I do want to bring in just by clicking on them. It'll default to all. I'm going to bring all 25 pages here, hit upload, and watch how fast this goes. So we're talking 5 to 10 seconds. We've got that job uploaded. I can see it uploading on the left-hand side of my screen. I hit close when it's done, and there you go. So the speed, it's extremely fast, especially for being web-based. A lot of web-based programs, you're going to zoom in, you're going to have lag when you're doing this, when you're panning the drawing around. I'm just holding down right click to pan, zooming in with the wheel on my mouse back and forth. Okay. But a lot of web-based programs are laggy. But when they were developing this, they built the framework out first, and they built it out to handle AI. We'll dive into that here in a minute. But they also did a number of speed enhancements to make sure there wouldn't be any lag. Okay. So you shouldn't experience any lag. Chat with us in the support chat down here. That's free. Okay. If you do experience any lag or have any questions in general, we're here to help you. All righty. So the first thing I want to show you, this is pretty cool. So you can see all the prints over here. They've got the same name on there. Sometimes it'll just say page. I can actually scroll down here. Let's grab this one. Either one's fine. But if I zoom in, again, roll the wheel on top of your mouse. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to hold down left click and draw a box around the floor plan name. Okay, so again, I just hold down left click, draw a box around the name, one of the floor plans on any one of the pages, doesn't matter. And when I let go, that's going to activate the AI. Okay, so these things that have these little stars next to them, you can do AI with all this. You can do it with the areas. We'll dive into all these, okay? But we're doing page name. Now, if I click here, it's going to name this one page. If I go to all, a little box will pop up just prompting me saying maybe I don't want to rename this one. Okay, I can uncheck ones I don't want. I can do none, select a few, same thing. But watch how fast this goes. I'm going to hit batch rename. And on the left-hand side, look at that. Went through and named all the pages within a matter of seconds there. Still getting that one. There we go. I can do the sheet number. I don't have to wait for it to finish. I can go to sheet number, hit all, batch rename. Okay, we're going to zoom out. See, put the sheet number on all those over there really fast. And I can do the same thing with scaling. I can hold down left click, draw a box around the scale, go to scale, hit all, uncheck ones maybe I don't want to scale, hit batch scale. And all the scales, it's going to scale every drawing here that have the scale in this location, okay? So sometimes if the scale's over here, you want to do that one as well, and it'll pick up those. Like on this detail plan, we can see it didn't pick it up, so we go in there to see why. And that's because you have multiple scales on here. Okay, so in that case, I could go in, I could just scale this one, bam, scale, and it's going to go ahead and set the scale on there for me. All right. You can also, let's say this one was a quarter equals a foot, and these are all half equals a foot. Well, I wouldn't want to set this as a 1/2 inch, right? So I want to go and crop it out. I'm going to hold down left click and draw a box around this one. When I let go, I'm going to go down to crop this new page. Okay, I can I can do a new name here. It'll label it as the page name and then put cropped next to it. But if I want to call this my kitchen or whatever it is, type that in, hit enter, and it's going to crop that page out as its own page. And then I could go on there, set the scale there. Okay. You can also set the scale and see, I can check it down here at the bottom. So it's a 1/2 equals a foot. Down here at the bottom, it tells me what my scale is. Okay. So 1/2 equals a foot. So let's go check some of these. My site plan is the 16th. Down here, it's the 16th. I can check a dimension by using the dimension here, the dimension tool, to make sure that's right. All right. And you can see it's snapping right to the print. I can hold down the letter M to give me a magnifying glass, but it's snapping right to the blueprint. So really cool. I can get it right down to the pixel as far as accuracy goes. And there we go. We've got the dimension set. I know it's right. We're good to go. Okay. You can also use a known dimension. So if you'd rather just use a known dimension, you can punch the scale in here. In this case, it'd be 64, hit start, and same thing as I did with the dimension tool. I can click that point and that point. Okay, and that'll manually scale it. All right, you can set the scale one of three ways. You can hover above it like I did there. You can click here and set the scale, or at the bottom, you can click here and you can set the scale from there as well. Okay. We had contractors requesting both places, so we just put it in both of them. All right. So I want to start off kind of just showing you these tools up top here, area, linear, segment, count. All right, so let's do area first. All right, so we just give it a name. Let's say we're doing floor. We'll just keep it simple. I give it a name here. I can select a measurement type. So if I want flat area, just basic square footage of the area I'm taking off, it'll default to flat area. If we want to do area with wall height, that means it'll give us the wall height of the surrounding area of the walls, let's say. I can do an area with depth. So if I'm looking to do cubic yardage, if I want to get my cubic yardage, I could do depth. I could do slope for a roof. If I'm doing a takeoff from an elevation plan, one of these guys over here, I could do sloped area with elevation. All right. And then the measurement type, it's going to default to what I'm doing, which is square footage. But if I'm doing, let's say, cubic yardage, right, and it had a depth, I can select this measurement here and I'd select volume. Okay. And you'll see that'll turn it to cubic yardage and it's going to ask me for a depth here. Okay, let's keep it simple. We'll go back to area. Did want to show you that though. You can add more measurements here. So if I want to see a linear, I can do a linear, right? I want the perimeter as well. I can get the linear footage all in one shot. It's important to note measurement one will be the one that pops up here on the right-hand side and also the legend on your page, okay? The other measurement types will pop up under your reports, okay, along with measurement one. But let's go ahead and get started on this one. So I'm going to hit start takeoff. And really easy to do. I can go in here. If I don't like the PDF snap tool, I can turn that off. I can hold down shift, or I can go down here to the bottom and we have our functions here. You can turn on and off. Okay. I'll leave it on for now because I really like this tool. Again, hold down M for magnify glass. Okay. Gives you that magnifying glass there. Magnifying on these prints. Get right down to them, and we'll just take that off. I'm going to double click here. I could then move to a new section if I wanted to. So let's say I was doing the flooring in here as well. Again, just double click. That'll break your line and allow you to move to a new section. When I'm done, I can click done here, or I can right click and say done. Or if you like hotkeys, you can just hit escape on the keyboard. All right. So there's our takeoff. We can see on the right-hand side, we've got 115 square feet. Now I'm going to right click on a blank spot on the plan and say show legend. This is pretty cool to show legend up here. So when you go to print this off, you can resize it however you'd like. When you go to print this off, you'll have the legend there. Okay. And as I continue doing takeoff, all my work will pop up here, all my measurements. Next, I'm going to show you linear and segment. So these both will do the same thing. The only difference is linear, you can see, is a continuous line here. Okay. Segment is a linear as well. It's just broken into pieces. Okay. So the segment, I would click to start, click to stop, then I can move to a new section. You don't really need the segment tool. You're welcome to use it. You can do all of it with linear, and I'm going to show you that now. Okay. So we'll select linear, and let's just say we're doing walls. We'll keep it simple. Same thing, measurement type. If I need square footage, I can select linear with the wall height. Okay. And it'll pop in the wall height here. I can then enter that in. We can do linear with wall height and width and depth for concrete, sloped linear for a roof. If you're doing hips and valleys, same thing. Okay. We'll keep it at linear for now. Oh, I can select a color over here. So if I want a different color, I can do that. Linear, again, measurement type, I'm going to keep it at linear feet, but I could add like square footage. I could add cubic yardage. I could do all that right here. All right, we'll start takeoff. Now with the linear, as I mentioned, continuous line. So I click, click, and that line's just going to follow me, right? Click, click. I can double click here, same as I did with area. That's going to break the line. All right, I'll do that again. I'm going to double click to break the line. I can also, I'm going to turn my snap off. Now with the segment, if I hold down left click, once I let go, it's going to automatically break the line. Okay, so you don't really need the segment tool. With the linear tool, you can just hold down left click and it will automatically break the line. Again, you're welcome to use it if you prefer that, definitely. That's why we have it in there. But if you just hold down left click, it'll automatically break the line and keep all your linear totals together there. All right, you can see it popped up on my legend as well. Take a little water break there. But that's how you use linear counts. Same thing. Let's say we're counting doors, windows, whatever it is. I can give it a name. Okay, I can give it a symbol right here. I can give it a measurement type. So, I can scale the count. So let's say we want to do, cubic yardage. I can do that. I can go in there. I can put a volume in here. So if I'm doing footings or something like that, I can do that. And the size of the count will actually pop up on the page. Okay. So let's kind of do this. Let's mess with it for a second. I'm just going to put some basic measurements in there. The volume that's going to come out in cubic yardage on my counts now. Okay. I got to start takeoff. So if I'm doing my footings, you can see the size of it pops up right there. Pretty cool. All right, and then it's got 2.37 cubic yards. Now, if you're just counting, those aren't going to be doors. Let's change that name. So if you're just counting, say, doors or something, very, very simple. I can just go up here, give it the name, give it a different measurement type, color, same thing, start takeoff. So for basic counts, and then I can go in there and count my doors, or, I guess those are windows, but yeah, we'll just pretend they're doors today. But there you go. And it'll just do a basic count for you. Okay, and escape to stop recording. I can adjust this as we go. So there you go. There's some basic takeoff footages. Now there is an easier way to do this. Okay, you can actually hover above a name on a plan, and that's why I left living room open. So using AI, I can go in here, I can hold down left click, draw a box around the name living room. And again, when I let go of left click, my AI feature is going to pop up. And here I'm going to select area. Okay. So again, using AI, I just hover above the name. When I let go of left click, it's going to pop up here. So we'll do an area. And that's going to pop up here. But see, it's put the name in there. Measurement type, I can leave those for now. Start takeoff. So that way, instead of clicking area and then having to type a name in, you can just take the name right off the blueprint. Pretty cool stuff. Then I go through, double click to break my line, move to a new section if I wanted to, and I've got my total square footage there. So really fast, you can just grab names right off. So if I want this railing, let's say, I'm going to select railing, right? Do a linear, and then same thing, puts the name up there for you. Then I would go in and do, let's say there's my railing. There we go. I've got my name and that over there. Now, next, I want to show you how you can extract an entire schedule off a plan. Okay, so this is really cool. So let's go back to that detail plan, the one I cropped out. This is really cool. I mean, we see people see this and they're like, sign me up right away, because it's a huge time saver for some people, especially guys who are doing like doors and windows, just a lot of trades in general. But using AI, I can hold down left click, draw a box around the schedule here. And when I let go, got my AI features here. When I let go of left click, and this time I'm going to select extract schedule. And what that's going to do, it's going to pull all the names off here. So it's going through, AI is going through and reading all these names here. And it's going to take this entire schedule off for me, gives me a prompt that comes up. Now, what you can do here, if you got the name wrong, let's say, or misspelled it or whatever, it should get it pretty well, catch it pretty well. You could go double click here and change the name. But let's say these measurement types, let's say AI got it wrong. These are supposed to be linears. The reason this box comes up is I can double click here and just simply change that measurement to a linear, and I'm good to go. I hit create, keep your eye over here on the right, bam, puts it in a nice little folder for me. And now I'm just kind of off to the races. I click this green dot, fridge, kitchen sink, range, grab my countertops, snap to my points on the PDF because I love that function. Bam, just goes really fast. I know it's getting it right on. And double click, break my line. I can grab my floor cabinets. So you kind of see how that works, right? See, we converted the floor cabinets from a point count to a linear. And there you go. Um, it's important to know the ones that are grayed out are just ones that you haven't used yet. But you can see once you click on them, let's say it's our water heater there, it'll give it a color there. Okay, so you know it's been used once it has that color. All right. Again, I could right click here, show legend, and we could have a legend on our page here as well. Some really cool annotation tools here. We've got a highlighter. You can write notes on an account. You can do arrows. I do want to show you this. So let's say you have a viewer, right? Let's say you have someone in the field who's using zzTakeoff, and they're just a free viewer. So they don't pay anything for this, what I'm about to show you on the phone. So they can actually go to their phone here. I think we're in Farmhouse 2.0 actually. They can go to their phone, right? You can call them and say, hey, pull that job up. We'll go into the first floor plan. So if you can see on my phone there, I'll try to make that visible. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be able to do it. I can't do it without my background getting in the way. But see, the guy can see everything on Azure. You can be talking to him on the phone. I only have one hand, so I'm just going to punch in numbers here. And if you can see that on my phone, just like we saw on the website, as I'm doing this, I can write him notes. He's seeing this for free. He's not paying anything for this at all, right? Let's make that bigger so you guys can see it on the phone there. So I'm writing notes to him. Sorry, I had to do numbers there. Oh, my phone went black. Get that pulled up for you again. So you're collaborating with them on the phone there, right? So as they're going, as you're doing the takeoff, they can be viewing it. This could be a guy in the field. This could be a leadership guy on your leadership team. And this is totally free. He's not paying anything for this at all. All righty. So wanted to show you that. Next, we will kind of dive into these templates over here. And this is what Todd's. Oh, let me show reports real quick since we're here. So under here, I have my takeoff reports. Okay, we're going to dive into templates next, and that will be the item reports. So takeoff reports when you're using things like basic area linear segment count, right? Just basic footages. So under here, we've got group by takeoff. You can customize these any way you'd like and then save them into your own report, into your team reports where the entire team can view them, or into your own personal reports where you just view them. Okay. So here we've got everything we've done. I'm going to right click here and expand. It tells you when the estimator did the job, the day and time that he did the actual takeoff. Okay. So for each one of these, they have a timestamp on them. All right. It's pretty cool there. Again, you can customize these. Here's my, remember on that floor, that area floor we did? I did the square footage and the linear footage. So you can see it gave me both totals for each section there. Now, maybe in this specific one, I don't want to see measurements 3. I don't need to see who created it. I've got my group by estimator one here. So I can customize this any way I want to. Todd will show you on the advanced webinar, which is really cool. He'll show you how you can actually create your own columns in here, okay? I can also grab columns and just throw them out if I don't want them, or I can uncheck them here either way. All right, but he'll show you how you can create your own columns. So you can put your own columns in here. This is very customizable. You can design this kind of however you'd like. It's really cool. Once I've altered my report, I can just save as. I can save it in my reports by clicking this box here. So it'll save under here. Or if I want my team to have access, we leave that unchecked by default. Then I could give this report a name. We'll just call it sample report. We'll call it samples. I've already got a sample report. Hit save. And now my entire team can go here every job. And instead of having to alter these every time, they can just go in here and grab the report, export it to Excel or a CSV format from here. Okay. We do have an open API coming. You'll be able to integrate with, we have a company called Edify. It's cost pricing software. You'll be able to integrate that directly with the Edify. Let me show you that. This is going to be really, really neat. Edify, you can definitely check this out, edify.com. Here's their website. Really, really love this platform. We're really excited to do the integration with them. That's coming very soon, okay? Where you can export your quantities directly into Edify. Edify has like national pricing. It's similar to like an RS means, only it's web based. But it'll have pricing in it. You can type in your zip code. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but you can type in your zip code or something like that, and it'll give you pricing for that region of the country you're in, the national average, anyways. All right, so all kinds of cool functions here. I want to show you one quick thing. You can hit Control F on your keyboard, okay? Or you can click on search up here. Okay, I'll just hit Control F. I like shortcut keys. And I can go search for any text on the blueprint. So like let's say I want to see every blueprint that has the word porch on it. I'm going to type in porch, hit enter. Okay. And you can see it's highlighted down there. And when I click on it, it's going to actually zoom into it. Okay. So different plan here. Boom, I can see everything that says porch on it, right? If I want to get a symbol like A3.2, A3.2, there we go. It's highlighted everywhere I have an A3.2. A lot of guys who do a ton of counting, they'll actually activate the count tool and they'll be counting these as they go through. So a really cool way to do that as well. We do have auto count coming. We don't have it out yet. It will be coming. But for now, guys are using this to do their counts. A lot of other ways you could use it as well. I wanted to point that out there. All right. I'm going to stay on this plan. Next, I'm going to move into templates. Okay. And this is really cool. And Todd will go over templates and lists, importing your own product list. Todd brought in like over 1,500 pieces of lumber from an Excel template he had, and he'll show you how to do this on the advanced webinar. Brought this in. It probably took less than 5 seconds, excuse me, less than about 5 seconds to import that entire thing. But I do want to show you templates here and how these work. These are really, really cool. So Todd built this. It's a starter pack. Okay. We give it to everyone who signs up. We give this to you for free at no cost. It's got over 750 pre-built items in it. If you do lumber, I'm happy to give this one to you as well. It's got over 1,500 items in it that are pre-built. Okay. So I want to show you how to use these. If we go to templates here, and let's do this framing one. I'm going to open the folder up. I'm going to click on first floor framing, click on that arrow, open that one up. Let's just do this 2x6 exterior wall for an example. Let me pull this out a little bit. But just by clicking on this green dot, so now instead of hovering above a name on the plan and doing takeoff, or going up here, giving it a name, doing takeoff, it's even faster. And we have a training package where Todd, who's been doing estimating for over 40 years, he's trained, I think, over 20,000 people in the past 10 years on his Plan Swift YouTube channel. He's our trainer, and it's one-on-one with you and Todd. So this isn't like a kid who just graduated high school that we just threw into our training program. Todd's got a ton of experience. He's really well versed with these. Matter of fact, he built them. But he'll help you with this, with that training package. It's $100 an hour. We sell it in 3-hour increments. You can actually see it right here. If you want to get signed up on that, we'll send you a Calendly link of Todd's schedule. You can just click on that link and sign up with them. It's totally optional, but definitely great value there. But to show you how to use this, okay, let's get back to that. So 2x6 exterior wall. I'm going to hover above the icon here. A little green dot will appear. I can click on that icon. See, it's already got the name. Okay, I can do this one in this example is linear with wall height. I can change that to, let's say, 12 feet. All right, and that's going to adjust all these totals. And then here I can see it's going to calculate all these for me. Okay. I can swap one of these out if I want to. I can click here and then go to my product list here. Okay. And type in what I'm looking for. There's 1,500 items here. So if I just say, okay, I want 2x6 by 16, see how that narrows that down. And then I can select that one. And now I've got fire rated in there. Okay. Hit save there. I'm going to start my takeoff. And then boom, we're off and running. Look at the right-hand side. Keep your eye over here. You can see it calculating all those totals as we go through. Again, if I don't like that PDF snap, I can hold down shift to turn it off, or I can toggle it off down here. I really like it, but we'll go here, double click. Again, I can hold down. Maybe I want to toggle it off here. I'm going to hold down left click to break my line automatically. So let's say I need to get these interior walls. I know we're doing exterior, but just wanted to reiterate that there. When I'm done, you can see here, tells me how many boxes of nails I'm going to need, 0.86. You can round that up if you like. And go to wall area. So I can click on here and say, I want to round that up to the nearest 1, and then see it changes to 1. If I take it out, it's going to put it back. Okay. Wall area. Okay. It's going to take these guys this long to do it. Right. And you can double click on these and see the formula that Todd's put in here. Okay. You might do it differently, but see, I can go in and change this. I can say, okay, this time we have a 200 production rate. And I see it changed it down to 14.32 hours. And I've got 5 guys on this crew. When I punch in 5, it's going to punch into that formula. So now with 5 guys, it's going to take 35.79 hours. Okay. And you can scroll down, you can put pricing, you can enter a SKU number here. Todd will go over all this with you on the advanced webinar. And that's at 12 o'clock Eastern on Thursdays. It's a really good one to watch, really good one to get into. Okay, I can punch in a price here. So, whatever we're paying them, if it's, let's say it's $80 an hour, right? You can do a markup on their labor if you want to, whatever you want to put in there. Hit save, and that's going to update it on the report for me. But you can see it's got all those totals in there just that fast, right? So let's go grab another one just for fun. Bam, I'm going to do subfloor sheathing, got all my totals. I could swap it out. I could add a product to it if I wanted to. Start Takeoff. And then we're just kind of off and running. Bam, you can see on the left, right hand side there, it's calculating all the totals for me. Double click, I'm done. There we go. So now when I go under my reports here, instead of doing the takeoff reports, which is just basic takeoff, right? Area, linear segment count. Now I'm going to go to item reports and I can group it by takeoff. I can customize all these, but look at that. In just a matter of no time, I've got all my totals there. Okay. You can enter SKU numbers. Again, Todd will go over that with you on the advanced training. Okay. You can drag these columns. You can swap these columns out. So if I want description in front of SKU, I can move things back and forth there. I've got my cost each, my total, my markup for each of them, my markup total, price each, price total. Okay, you can do layering. All right, where you can, layering is really cool. It's where you can turn certain areas off. So if you have like an electrical sub, a plumbing sub, a drywall sub, you can do layers for each of those. Where the electrician's not going to see what the plumber's doing, and it's just a simple layer. I can show you, it's right under here. You can create new layers and do takeoff under each one of those layers. And it'll only show that trade for those layers. All right. If I don't want that, I can toss it out. I can grab these and toss them out this way. If I got a bunch of them, maybe I want to go faster. I just want to get rid of markup, bam, bam, and then save as, and then I'll save that report to whatever name I give it. Save it in my solo reports or in my team reports by not checking that. So easy stuff, fun program. We do have this really cool community I want to touch base on real quick. You guys probably found us through the Q&A. This is where we put the webinars for now. Eventually we'll have them on our website. Feature requests. This is really cool. This is like a big Reddit forum in here. You can see, 4 hours ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, people are in here pretty much every day. Okay, this guy had a question about batching. He wanted to batch rotate pages, right? We can see it's under review. So that this goes right to our dev team. They get an email when you post here, and they're going to look into it. This one there is under review, right? Some projects have, this is the guy who chatted in. So this is what he wanted. This is a contractor. This is another contractor. See, you can get in here and collaborate with each other. You can say, oh, I like that. I like their comment. I like theirs. You can do a smiley face, laughter, rocket, whatever you want. Just kind of a fun place to be. But you can see under here what's been planned. I can type in, okay, let's what about the overlay tool? We do have this out now. It's probably under completed. There you go. Overlay toggle on off. All right. So I can type in features to say, has anyone thought of this yet? If there's nothing under there, feel free to click on new post. You can give it a subject title, put a name in here. And it's really cool because contractors will get in there and talk about your idea. So not only our dev team, but other contractors using ZZ or looking at zzTakeoff will be in there. Okay, you can see it's under review. And it'll tell you here what's under review, like directly on the chat there. Bug report. If you find a bug in our program, please tell us. This one came in a day ago, AI renaming. This is Ben, really good guy. But see, he sent a screenshot of what it is. James gets back to him. Can you share a PDF file with us so we can take a look at it? Here's where to send that. sent. So see, we communicate with you in here. We're very active in the community. Todd's in here, I'm in here, Derek's in here, James, Heber, Lauren, Bobby. So there's always a number of us. Sam in Australia. We got a ton of guys in here. Humor and memes. I think this one's kind of fun. You can look at Project Showcase as well. But humor and memes, we do want to have fun here. So we kind of threw this out here, just kind of keep it entertaining. This is what a customer put in here. So I'm gonna like it, laugh at it. Really funny stuff. This is Todd. Just Chaz. But you can kind of go through here and post memes, post humor. Keep it clean. If you're able to. But if you're not able to hold back, that's okay. But yeah, gotta get out of this house more. So just funny stuff here. I'll give it a like there. Um, Product updates. This is really cool. So anytime we have an update, we'll post it here. Okay, so I can click on here. They'll add a video to it. So you can check the videos out here. You can also check them out under training videos. But like PDF Point Snap, that was one of them. So they'll send you screenshots and how to use what the updates are, how they work. Reports here, selected cell summary. See, has it all in there for you. Again, other minor updates, videos on those. And these are all contractors in here. There's Heber. He's the founder of zzTakeoff. He's also the founder of Plan Swift. So we just want to make this a fun forum for contractors to come be a part of. And definitely invite you to be a part of it as well. Inside track. So our dev team will say, hey guys, what do you think? We're thinking about doing this, right? This is Heber. And again, they're very, very active in here. And then there's Todd, there's Kyle. You'll see a lot of these guys. You get to know a lot of these guys. Brian Kellenberger, this guy's like a power user. He goes in there. You can kind of see what everyone's chatting about. Training videos. This is really cool. You can learn the software. So our most recent updates will come out right here under feature updates. Okay. So when we have a new release, they'll pop up at the top. So you don't have to search for them. The webinars, what we're doing right now, we're going to record that and put it on here as well. But the getting started videos, I wanted to point these out. These are about 2 minutes. Some are 4 minutes and 4 minutes long. You can see this one's 2 minutes. And these getting started videos are very, very helpful to learn the software. So let's say you bring someone in, you hire someone to your company and you want to teach them ZZ, but you don't have a lot of time on your hands to go over it with them. Just send them here. They can learn the software from this first video all the way through video 14. They can learn the program inside out just by watching those videos. So very helpful. Tips and tricks. You can see as I scroll down, Formula Bootcamp. This is really good. Okay, this is about a half hour long, but it goes in depth on formulas, things Todd will be talking about on Thursday. Reports Bootcamp, same thing. You can scroll through here and watch these, and there's a ton. You can see there's a whole video database in here for you. If I scroll to the top, let's say you're like, well, I just want to see, I don't want to scroll through all the videos. I just want to know how to build formulas. Just type in keywords and it'll bring those videos up. Excuse me, it'll bring those videos up for you. Okay. Using if then formulas, true or false statements. So, ton of good stuff in here. Documentation, you can check that out if you like. But yeah, awesome program. Did want to let you know, everyone who signs up, I do give you this starter pack for free. You get this for free, okay? Again, it's got over 750 items in it, okay? So if I copy this, watch, I'll just show you here at the bottom of the page, if I hit copy, 769 items. All right, you get that for free when you sign up, whether you want to do monthly or annual, totally up to you. On that note, I do want to take you to the price of the software. So here you go. So the price of the software is $49.99 per user. It's month to month, come and go as you please. Okay, so if you decide to sign up, you can sign up for a monthly. And let's say you don't have many jobs the next month or two, you could go in and cancel your subscription. There will be a little button for that. All your work will be saved. It turns into a free viewer. You can still view all your work. Let's say you come back 2 months later or a year later, all your work will still be there. Okay, so it's still saved in there once you get signed back up. That's our pro version. That gives you everything that the 2-week trial gives you. So we open the 2-week trial up to having use of the entire program. The collaborator, again, this is, you can do everything in here. except for use area linear segment count. And also you wouldn't have access to templates or lists. Okay. Those will be blocked out or they just won't appear. That's our collaborator version. So if you have someone who you just want to have them load the job in, set the scale, get the plans ready for you, extract the schedules off there, you can do that for 20 bucks a month. And then under share, just set them to a collaborator. Okay. 3 hour training package. This is, to me, this is the most valuable thing you can really get here. Maybe not the most valuable, but it's a huge help because it's one-on-one with Todd. 100 bucks an hour might seem expensive because our program's 50 bucks a month. It's really not. A lot of our competitors, they have training courses you can take. You have to fly out to their headquarters, so you have to buy a plane ticket, fly to their headquarters, sit in on a 3 to 5 day classroom for 6, 7, 8 hours a day, take notes about what you're doing there. And then buy a hotel room, food, all that. So you can end up spending a lot of these programs. They'll charge anywhere from 5,000 to 9,000. I've heard of a $9,000 one to go sit in and get training on their software. Okay, so in comparison, we're trying to make this affordable and work for everybody. This $300 is a huge value. Okay, we do it on Zoom. You don't have to fly in anywhere. It's one-on-one. We'll do up to an hour per session, and we log your time. So if you can only do 20 minutes one day, right, and something comes up, you're only charged that 20 minutes. Okay, we don't up it to an hour. You just lost 40 minutes. Okay, we keep a call log of that, and but yeah, it's a huge value. Another thing I want to point out real quick, we do offer a yearly subscription here. So if I click on yearly, you get a month for free just for signing up for a year. We give you 1 month for free. Okay. So 12 times 50 is 600. Okay. You can see here 549. We give you a month for free there. Collaborator, same thing. All right. For attending the webinar, we do have a special that we give you. If you wanted to get signed up after the webinar, you can do that. We sign you up, we give you your first month for $24.99, so half price on the Pro. On the annual, we'll give you an additional $50 off the $549, so you get 2 months for free. Just for checking out the webinar and signing up. We also give you that starter pack for free. Okay, 769 items, I believe it was. That's all included. So if you like what you see and you're like, yeah, I want to become a part of the zzTakeoff family or part of the team, you can get signed up, and that's per user. We do that discount for you. Okay, so whether you do monthly or annual, we'll do that per user for you. Okay, just for attending the webinar and getting signed up. Feel free to call me or send me an email if you would like to get that starter pack. I'm going to post it right here. Okay, this is my contact info. Let's do a little bit bigger on the font size. So my name is Darin Thomas. That's my phone number. All right, that's my cell. You can reach me anytime on that. And there you go. I hope you can see that with all the clutter. Let me see if I can get it better view for you there. There you go. So yeah, feel free to call me. Gosh, I just think of things as we go through. You can turn things off on and off of these light bulbs here. Oh, it's this one down here. And turn that on and off. Yep. But that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and take questions now if you have any. And thank you so much for attending. We really appreciate your time. I don't think we have any questions. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.